You hear that? That's the awkward silence of a family dinner after you just got caught vaping. Most vapes contain high levels of nicotine and disappointment. Brought to you by The Real Cost and the FDA.
This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 1934. S.E.L.F. Care in 20 minutes or less. And Spend Time Playing with Your Kids. Both by Julie Morgenstern of juliemorgenstern.com. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to ORD for a parenting episode hosted and narrated by me, Greg Audino. And we'll be doing something today that we haven't done in a while, which is reading from not one, but two posts that are each on the shorter side. So, without further ado, let's get into them and start optimizing your life. S.E.L.F. Care in 20 minutes or less by Julie Morgenstern of juliemorgenstern.com. The holidays present a time challenge to everyone, especially parents. Not only must we continue to provide and arrange, juggling jobs which often have increased end-of-year deadlines with all the standard routines of running a home, our personal lives, and our children's lives, but we have the added responsibility to create holiday magic for our kids. It's all too easy to lose sight of ourselves and our own needs amidst the mountain of to-dos. The catch-22, of course, is that it's when we have the least amount of time for self-care that we require it most. To keep yourself operating at peak capacity this holiday season, check out these quick S.E.L.F. care tips. Sleep. He knows when you are sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you are out of whack, so take a nap for goodness sake. So many of us worry that if we take a break, we might crash permanently, and the turkey will never make it onto the table, the presents will never get wrapped, and the holidays will be ruined. But science says that that's not the case. Research shows that a 20-minute nap is the ideal length to leave you feeling refreshed, without waking up groggy and disoriented. Don't have a place to put your head down? Try drinking a cold glass of water, do some jumping jacks, or check out some of my favorite active rest techniques. Like rest stops on the highway, these techniques provide us with the opportunity to pull over and recharge before we reach that crashing point. Exercise. Getting in shape is one of the most popular New Year's resolutions. Yet, most resolutions don't last past the first month of the year. That's because we have a tendency to be overambitious with our resolutions, or adopt resolutions that are incompatible with our lifestyles. This year, get a head start on your fitness routine and save on the expensive gym membership by trading duration for intensity. High-intensity interval training, HIIT, provides the biggest ROI, getting the blood flowing, muscles pumping, and calories burning in the shortest amount of time. The key is to alternate intervals of high and low intensity exercise, such as walking for 3 minutes and jogging for 1 minute, repeating the cycle over 15 to 30 minutes. Doctors say that completing these exercises just 3 to 4 times per week, that's just an hour or two per week, is all you need to achieve your fitness goals. Love. Squeezing love into 20 minutes or less may sound like your idea of a bad date. But by love, I simply mean adult-to-adult relationships, whether with your partner, friends, family, or your community. Close adult relationships sustain us, and it's amazing how much you can accomplish in 20 minutes by simply being present together. Have breakfast with your partner, grab a coffee with a close colleague, chat with a long-distance friend on your commute, wrap gifts with a neighborhood pal, or meet up with a fellow parent 15 minutes early for pickup just to vent about your day or how the perfect present for your mother-in-law is already on back order. Make it a New Year's habit to take planning out of the equation by making these short meetups a regular weekly or monthly occurrence. Fun. To me, fun is any activity that relaxes, transports, fulfills, or restores us, physically, emotionally, or psychologically. It may seem like fun should come naturally during the holidays, but the problem is, all the pressure to have the perfect, fun, relaxing holiday can be, well, stressful. The good news is, almost any hobby can be enjoyed in 20 minutes or less. Read a book, play an instrument, write or journal, get artistic or knit a scarf. Depending on the hobby, you might even be able to have your children join you, offering an opportunity for the kids to create homemade presents for friends and family, or for you to send a cute family video in lieu of the holiday cards you may just now be realizing that you forgot to order in time. I also recommend getting creative about how you spend your time. Instead of stewing in traffic on your third trip to the grocery store for a forgotten can of cranberry sauce that your Uncle Bill just can't live without, savor the opportunity to listen to your favorite podcast or an audiobook and immerse yourself in the story. Trust me, your kids and your cortisol levels will thank you. Spend time playing with your kids by Julie Morgenstern of juliemorgenstern.com. Most parents get the need to spend time playing with their kids, but more often than not, we're left standing on the sidelines or collapsed on the couch, watching our kids laugh and play while we struggle to find an in. While, of course, kids need to play with other kids as well as on their own, i.e., we don't need to be involved all the time, playing with parents is a great way for your child to bond with you in their world on their terms. Understanding the importance of play, as well as a few simple strategies for getting involved in the action, ultimately makes it easier for us to find the time and energy to get in the game. So, what's a parent to do? Here's what the experts recommend. Let the child lead. Children learn to explore and interact with the world through play from a very young age. Play facilitates the ability to explore hobbies and interests, try on new roles and behaviors, and develop important skills for later in life, such as teamwork, decision-making, negotiation, conflict resolution, and self-advocacy. In fact, play is so important to child development that it's been recognized by the United Nations High Commission for Human Rights as a right of every child. Furthermore, when kids play, they create a world that is perfectly suited to their current needs, interests, challenges, and goals. When you follow their lead, you have the opportunity to get to know your child more fully by inhabiting their world. As an added bonus, it takes a lot of the pressure off your shoulders. All you have to do is be present. Keep it varied and old school. There are different forms of play. Pretend, games with rules, physical, constructive, competitive, and each kind of play has its own benefits and characteristics. Simple wood blocks, dolls, a ball and a bat, or a game of tag offer more opportunities for your child to direct the play than the fanciest toys and games. Let's face it, what was in last week is completely and totally out this week. And trying to keep up with the latest trends can be so stressful. It zaps all the fun out of something that's supposed to be exactly that, fun. Getting back to basics eliminates the need to try to keep up with all the gizmos and gadgets. A game of tag is timeless. Have fun too. Your kids can tell when you're just playing the part versus when you're actually having fun and enjoying your time with them. So get in there and have fun. MC the fashion show. Use duct tape on the floor to create a toy car highway. Build a marshmallow city. Run through the sprinkler on a hot summer day. According to the National Institute of Play, all work and no play makes Jack and Jill very dull parents. But when adults reconnect to their playful side, it builds intimacy, releases stress, and adds joy. We don't want our kids thinking adulthood is all bah humbug all the time, do we? Ultimately, playing with our kids is one of the most valuable ways we as parents can connect with and get to know our children. What they think, how they feel, and how they view themselves and the world around them. When we take the time to not only observe their play style and behavior, but to actually get involved in the action, we place ourselves in a prime position to witness our children evolving into the unique individuals they truly are. What could be better than learning about your kids while having fun? You just listened to the posts titled S.E.L.F. Care in 20 minutes or less and Spend Time Playing with Your Kids both by Julie Morgenstern of juliemorgenstern.com. This episode is brought to you by Regain Couples Therapy by BetterHelp. Whether you're in the honeymoon phase or partners for life, perfectly content with your partner or going through a rough patch, setting aside time to listen to each other and work through conflicts can transform your relationship. And I can tell you from experience that sometimes the best place to learn how to be the listener or communicator that your partner needs is in therapy. If your relationship is having ups and downs, or you simply want to work on yourselves together, consider giving Regain a try and see how your relationship can improve, no matter what stage you're at. This is an entirely online form of therapy that's not only helpful, but also designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. The best relationships are always worth fighting for. Try something new in therapy. Visit regain.com/ORD today to get 10% off your first month. That's regain.com/ORD. And a big thank you to Julie for her work today, helping parents and ushering in our first article pertaining to the holiday season this year. It is that time. Yes, it is. But really what I enjoyed most about this episode today was the ever-important, often forgotten element of parenthood that was mentioned in both posts, that being the need to have fun as a parent. Whether you're playing with your child, trying to make room for self-care amidst a busy season, or anything in between. Maybe it seems too simple, perhaps even naive and juvenile to you as a suggestion for parents. But I would say that if that's the response you're having, your friction towards this idea might be a sign of just how removed you've become from this very essential part of life and parenting. Perhaps it's not just possible, but important to make time for, in spite of all the things you have to do. If you're feeling resistant towards this, it might be more important than ever, in fact. So today, make time for yourself to have fun as a parent. If you've been good about it, do it again as you normally would and really relish in how crucial it is, in addition to being enjoyable. And if you haven't had as much fun lately, try to make some time for it and simply see what comes up for you. I wish you all luck with that, parents, but it's now time to wrap things up for today and say goodbye. I appreciate you being here and staying until the end, and I hope you took some valuable insight from one, if not both of these posts from Julie. Enjoy your Friday if you're listening in real time, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.